Okay, so the question is, what is your philosophy of education? So, as an educator, I believe that your philosophy of education should include three essential parts: your philosophy of teaching, your philosophy of learning, and your philosophy of your students. So, my philosophy of education encompasses elements of progressivism along with social reconstructivism. So, I believe that my philosophy reflects progressivism because I believe that instruction should be child centered and that children should play an active role throughout their learning. My philosophy is supported by the many experiences I have had in the classroom as I have used learning centers. I have incorporated my students into my instruction as much as possible, as students have had to tell the difference between two-dimensional and three-dimensional shapes. During everyday object structures and materials, students had to create their Three Little Pigs house and test it out. And students also had to create their own superhero. So I believe that these different assignments that I gave my students are very student-centered and were tailored to their specific needs and interests. And I also believe progressivism really focuses on constructivism and how students are able to construct their knowledge, and that that teachers themselves have to serve as facilitators for students, which is something that I try to do in the classroom by asking my students critical questions. I believe that I reflect elements of social reconstructivism because I try to bring social justice issues into the classroom, and I try and relate the information that I am teaching them to their own lives so that what they're learning and the knowledge that they're acquiring can translate into addressing bigger social inequalities within our society.